Hello, jesters and jellicle cats. My name is TBSGuy, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. Now, apologies for the very loud audio in that last video. I had some settings screwed up all wrong, and I didn't realize it until I was done recording, and had already saved over my save game, so I couldn't go back and try to redo it. Anyway, we have reached the next town on our journey, and I am just gonna make a couple of changes to the party. I want Tifa, and I want Barret, I think, yeah. Which means I need to do a little bit of change to the materia setup as well. Actually, come to think of it, let me just redo this from scratch for a sec. Okay, let me just think. Cause I just want to make sure that the setup is the way that I want it. I'm like this. I'm so like this with games like this, where there's like equipment customization is like, yo, but where? I'll go in and I'll be like, hey, what if something needs to change? And then I'll spend like 20 minutes just setting up exactly what I had before. Because the thing I already had was fine, but I just have this, like, oh, I should make sure, like, I should check, I should just you know. Let's give you that one. Yeah, I really want Cloud to be a primarily physical attacker. Because that's just how I like to play him. And there's Tifa. Enemy skill on her as well. She's got lots of connections, so she can... Let's see. Let's get her to do health. Some fire. Some earth. And then we'll let Barret have some more healing. Because you should have healing on two characters, if you're sensible about it. Still have some materia that needs to be leveled up, I think. Yep. No, wait, time magic. Who has the time magic? No one has the time magic. I will give him the time magic with the added effect, because I really like it when he accidentally, when he manages to get stop on someone. Cool, so far so good. And I don't want to put the Oversoul on her. Like, the Oversoul is actually... Like, when the user is at critical health, it actually becomes very powerful, but it's sort of just not completely worth it. Yeah, cool. Let's go to this town. What's that? It's a giant phallic symbol. A huge metal penis jutting out of the earth. Penetrating the heavens. Or, if you want to put it in layman's terms, a rusty old rocket. What do they need that thing for? Fascinating question, Cloud. One to which there's an interesting answer, I'm sure. Let's get a new weapon for Vincent, and 2 for 5. 5, okay. 5 gold bracelets for the rest of the team. And a couple of earrings. Because they are quite good on casters and magic users. Right now, I might want it on Barret. Sweet. So far, so good. Next step.
Is this real or fake? I have to know. It's keeping me awake at night.
What's that picture, then? Okay, okay, apparently nothing special about it.
If it's about the village, you should talk to the captain. He's the one in charge here.
Have you seen a man in the black cloak?
Man with a black cloak? Nope, sorry.
Who's the captain, then?
Oh, the captain was a pilot back when Shinra was still interested in their space program. He was going to be the world's first astronaut, but there was a bit of a problem. He's been living in obscurity ever since, still dreaming about flying off into space.
Interesting.
Would you like something to drink?
Let's talk.
Have you met the captain yet? He's the face of this village, so you should probably go and see him.
Gee, I get the sense that I'm supposed to go and see this captain guy. First, let's restore some health and mana and stuff. We'll need it. It occurs to me, though, actually, hang on. Like, there isn't anything else in the area around here, right? I'm trying to remember. Nah, and if there is, we can come back to it. That's not a problem. So again, Square are being so extra. Because again, we have this fully rendered environment, and this is like a hotel. This is like a proper hotel. It's not like one of those fantasy RPG hotels where it's just, there's some beds over there, go lie down and sleep for no reason. Like, there's a bathroom, like there's bathtubs, there's 3 beds in each room. It's a proper hotel. But once again, there's nothing else up here. Like, there's no... there are no items, there's nothing to find, there's nothing to look at, there's no one to talk to. It's just, they just put it in there. Not because it's useful or important, but because it's so that it's there. So that the world feels complete, which is something I love.
Still nothing to do. Isn't anything exciting ever going to happen around here?
Geez, it's so boring. There's gotta be something to do. So, notice the music in this town, because this is the music from the slums, right? This is the music from Midgar, when you're walking around in the shittiest slums of the town. And yet here it is, playing in this seemingly perfectly functional little village where people have nice houses and, like, so what's the deal with that? Well, it's because this town is under the same strain as the slums. It's not as bad, but as you can see from these people in here, like, there's nothing to do here, which also means there's no jobs, there's no work, there's no anything. It's a completely stagnant area.
This used to be a launch pad for Shinra rockets. That leaning rocket there, that's Shinra 26. It never got off the ground, though. The rocket's called Shinra 26. Its towering presence is what gives this village its name. Want to look at it with me?
Sure, we'll take another look at the giant metal penis. Tempted to name the episode that, Giant Metal Penis, but I won't.
It never ceases to amaze me. I'm sorry I pestered you with my hobby. It isn't much, but let me give you this.
Mutsu no Kami Yoshiyuki.
Hope you'll make good use of it.
So that is a weapon for Cloud. And much like Tifa's Oversoul, which only really gets powerful when she's at critical health, the Yoshiyuki only reveals its power when allies are knocked out. So if both of your allies are KO'd, this weapon becomes really, really powerful. But under all other circumstances, it's got good attack power, but it's only got 2 slots for materia. So it's generally not worth using very much unless you're actually planning on exploiting the whole allies are knocked out thing. Anyway, if I remember right, yes. Good. And do I need it? Might as well get a tent. Don't need any ethers. I've got plenty of high potions. Alles gut.
Gramps does just stare at the rocket all day long.
But no items in here, right? Nope. So this place is called Rocket Town, or Rocket Village. For what I assume have to be obvious reasons. Let's see. Nope, not here, not yet. We'll go there in a second. First, we'll just go here. Let's see.
I want to dedicate my life to making people laugh all over the world. Let's see. Need to think up something amusing.
Good luck, comedian. Not the worst dream. I've already been over here, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So what's in this house, then? Sure seems empty. Sure seems like absolutely nobody is here, and nobody lives here, and nobody's home. That's a close-range weapon. That would make Barrett more vulnerable, but oh well. It has double growth. Oh, no, wait, that's actually a problem. Because I want time effect on his weapon. Fine. So, the materia I picked up, by the way. Barrier and withdraw. And withdraw is basically just escape magic, as you can see. And it's sort of... you don't need it for anything, really, but it's nice that it's there. And barrier is the one that sometimes is useful. Because it's got barrier, magic barrier, reflect, and wall. Now, the trouble we have, of course, is that we already have the big guard, like the enemy skill that does all of that for us, plus haste, which renders the barrier materia functionally completely worthless. Outside of a few cases where you can get some use out of reflect, but mostly you can't. There's a Shinra logo on it. Tiny Bronco? This is pretty cool.
Shinra always keeps the best stuff for itself. Let's take it.
May I help you? No, it's nothing. We were just looking. If you'd like to use it, please ask the captain. He should be in his rocket. I'm Shira, and you? Cloud.
Barrett from Avalanche.
Tifa, nice to meet you. Huh, you're not with Shinra? I thought that you were here to discuss restarting the space program. The new president, Rufus, is scheduled to come here. The captain's been restless all morning.
Rufus? Well now. The president of Shinra is coming here. Well, first we need to go talk to the captain. And meet one of the less sympathetic characters in this game. In fact, someone who's just... well, you'll see. By the way, though, isn't this background pretty gorgeous? Like, considering that this was made with, like, late 1990s 3D technology, like, the way they made the backgrounds was they modeled them in 3D, rendered them out, and then downscaled them, as we talked about. And, like, I'm looking at this rocket, like, with all the tubes and, like, with all the detail and all the, like, the construction that's going on here to make this structurally look good, and then all the texture work and the lighting that they're using. And the pixel compression helps. Like, it helps smooth out the bits, or rather not smooth, it helps roughen the edges that would normally be way too smooth because of the early generation's 3D rendering, but I still think it looks pretty gorgeous. It's one of the things that for me makes the graphics of this game kind of timeless, like outside of the awkward character models, especially in the base version. I like the backgrounds and the environment design that has gone into this game. Even like when you're trying to navigate shitty pixel clouds like we did on Mount Nebel in order to get through those treasure chests, it's still like, there's still a lot of gorgeous art in this game. Anyway.
What are you guys doing here?
We're looking for the captain?
Captain? I'm the captain.
Say hello to Sid.
The name's Sid. Everyone calls me Captain, though. What do you want?
Is Rufus coming?
Yeah, must be about restarting the space program. A young president, that's what we needed. He has dreams, too.
Can we borrow the tiny Bronco?
Yeah, out of your goddamn mind. That's one of my most cherished possessions. I can't let you have it.
Tell us about the rocket, then.
Ha! Wow, not bad for a kid. All right, then let me explain. You know, Shinra developed a lot of technology during the meaningless war, right? They might be peddling Mecha now, but back then, they were a weapon manufacturer. Well, in the middle of all that, they created a rocket engine. There was so much excitement about going to space. Our dreams grew bigger and bigger. They put stupid amounts of cash into the budget, made prototype after prototype, and this is the final model, Shinra 26. They chose the finest pilot in all of Shinra. No, the world. Me. I mean, come on. The last we came to the launch day, everything was going great. But because of that dumbass Shira, the launch was a failure. And the penny pension started. The upshot is, Shinra retired the space program. After they told me the future of the space and got all of my damn hopes up. As soon as they figured they could turn Mako into money, it was all over. They didn't even so much as look at space travel again. Money, moolah, dinero, it's all that mattered. My dream was just a business decision to them. Look at this rust bucket. I was supposed to be the first man in space with this. Every day it leans a little more. At this rate, I don't know which of us will bite the dust first. My only hope is the president.
And he won't tell us more than that. But yeah, Sid is, he's got some grudges and a bit of a chip on his shoulder, which he has a tendency to take out on someone else.
Cloud?
By the way, apologies to anyone who lives in the southern United States. I decided early on that Sid should have a southern accent, just to kind of differentiate him from some of the other characters, but the southern accent is filtered through like a Scandinavian dude, so, you know, you get what you're gonna get.
Did the captain say anything?
Not really.
Oh.
Hey, Shira, what are you, blind? Why not use some initiative and bring our guests some tea, half-wit?
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about when I say that Sid is, not a sympathetic character.
I'm sorry.
Really, don't mind us.
Quit mumbling. Sit your ass in the chair and drink your goddamn tea. Ah, damn, I'm pissed. Shira, I'll be in the backyard turning up the tiny Bronco. Tea for the guests, get it done. Man, what's with that guy's attitude?
Sorry, it's our fault.
No, it's always like this.
Always?
Why sit so hard on you? No, I'm clumsy. I was the one who destroyed his dream.
What happened?
Hey, get your ass in gear. You work like a snail. The moon would look the other way waiting around for you.
I'm sorry.
How much longer are you going to be checking those damn oxygen tanks? Sure, being cautious is all well and good, but it's pointless to go on checking them. They wouldn't rupture even if hell froze over.
Remember that, by the way.
But, no buts. You're not stupid, so be more efficient.
I'm sorry.
Captain, our dreams are finally coming true. We're so proud to be part of the launch of Shinra 26.
Preparations are complete. All that's left is liftoff.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
right, Captain. Fly our dreams into space. I'm Mickey Mouse. Ha ha.
I don't know why I chose that voice for him. Thanks, guys.
Safe journey.
Gauge is clear. Shinra 26 ready for liftoff.
Engine pressure rising. Shinra 26, 3 minutes to liftoff. Beginning countdown.
Finally. But what happened?
Captain Sid, we have an emergency situation. A mechanic is still in the engine section of the rocket.
What did you just say? Which one of those idiots is it?
I don't know. Activating the intercom to the engine section.
God damn it, who the hell is still in there?
Captain, it's me, Shira. Don't worry about me. Go ahead with the launch.
Shira, what are you still doing in there?
I was concerned. The results from the oxygen tank test weren't satisfactory.
You fool! When this thing takes off, it's gonna be so hot in there, there ain't gonna be shit left of you. You're gonna be burnt to a crisp, you're gonna die. Get it?
It's okay. As long as this is fixed, the launch will be a success. I'm almost done.
So, that's Shira's personality there. That's, yeah. That's the kind of... That's how much she thinks of herself. That's what she thinks she's worth. Remember about that for a second. Almost done, you're gonna die!
Sid, the countdown's starting any second. There's not enough time. I'm starting the engine.
Hey, White Shira's still in there!
What should we do, Sid? If we abort now, it'll be 6 months before another launch.
Shit! Shira, you goddamn fool! You want to make me a murderer?
Captain,
Is that you, Shira?
I've checked up on Tank 7. Once I complete Tank 8, we'll be in the clear.
Shira, hurry up! You're gonna die!
Ignition in 30 seconds. Beginning countdown. Sid, forget about it. We went bigger than time.
What am I supposed to do? It's pretty obvious what you're supposed to do, Sid. Just pointing that out there, you selfish asshole.
Engine ignition in 15 seconds. Internal air temperatures are rising.
Oh man, the moon. Out of space, my dreams!
Igniting engine.
You meddling goddamn... And he cancels the launch.
He threw the emergency shutdown switch to save my life. After that, the space program suffered cutbacks and the launch was cancelled. It's my fault he didn't fulfill his dream. That's what... It's alright. I have debt to pay.
So Shira has absolutely horrifyingly low self-esteem, basically. Just blames herself for absolutely everything. And spends her time trying to make the world better for everybody else, but not for herself. Meanwhile, Sid is a very angry, bitter man looking for somewhere to put all of that anger and bitterness. And wouldn't you know it, someone's right there who's willing to take the blame for everything. Sid is not a very sympathetic character. He really genuinely isn't. But that right there, that dynamic, that is a very, very real thing. And it's a very real demonstration of how relationships like that tend to work. When one part of the relationship is someone who feels so low about themselves, who feels like they're so miserable and shitty and terrible that if they suffer for the sake of making someone else feel better, that's okay. Like that's a good way to spend my worthless, useless life, is to be miserable so someone else can be a little bit more happy. And I've met people who are like that, who have lived like that, or who have been like that and come out on the other side of it. It's no way to live. It's the most terrible thing because it attracts the kinds of people who are like not just like Sid, who's like a bitter old man whose dreams got crushed and who has found no way to move on from that, but also people who are like, oh, a punching bag, something I can hurt, something I can control. And that's when things get really, really awfully abusive, to be frank. So yeah, so like I said, I don't find Sid a sympathetic character at all, but I find him a very interesting one. Him and his relationship with Shira is one of the realest things about this game. So yeah, let's see what happens next. Shira, you still haven't served him tea.
I'm sorry.
Sit down already. Rate my hospitality good enough for you? You're late. Where's Rufus?
Long time no see! Oh, so, Sid, how have you been?
Well, if it ain't Fat Man Palmer, how long were you lot figuring on keeping me waiting? So, when's the space program starting up again?
I don't know. The president's outside. Why don't you ask him?
Good for nothing fat bastard. No change there then, huh?
Hey, don't call me that. Yeah, tea.
Oh, this is rough on my voice.
Can I have some too? With lots of sugar and honey and, oh yeah, don't forget the lard.
Who the fuck has lard in tea? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that people do? Am I just an insensitive asshole? Because lard in tea sounds like the worst possible thing. Palmer, by the way, doesn't recognize us at all.
I wonder if he'll restart the space program.
Well, let's find out. Hello, Rufus. What the? You got me all excited for nothing. Now what did you come here for?
I need to borrow the tiny Bronco. We're going after Sephiroth, but seems we've been heading in the wrong direction up until now. We think we know where he's going, but we have to cross the ocean. That's why we need your plane.
Holy shit! First the airship, then the rocket, now the tiny Bronco. Shira took space away from me, now wants to take the sky away from me too.
Oh my. You seem to forget that it was because of the Shinra company you were able to fly in the first place. You'd do well to remember that.
What?
Excuse me. This way.
We don't get to confront Rufus right now.
You want to use the tiny Bronco, correct? I believe Palmer's gonna take it. Why don't you confront him?
Let's do just that and have the most difficult boss fight in the entire game. Incredibly intense. Just hold on to your hats, folks.
Why am I doing this? I'm head of the space program.
We'll be taking the tiny Bronco.
I've seen you somewhere before. That's right, the Shinra building, when the president was killed. Security.
Now, prepare yourselves. This is one of the tough ones. It's so hard and intense, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna be able to beat this guy. He is incredibly powerful and really dangerous, and he definitely doesn't have only one attack that does like random elemental damage. And other than that, he literally doesn't do anything the whole fight. That's definitely not true. He's definitely a dangerous boss. Can't you tell from the music? See? He dodges attacks. It's impossible to hit him. I'm doomed. Anyway, this is a joke battle. I don't know why it has the boss music on it at all. He can do some like okay damage with his Mako gun, but he only attacks like every once in a while. And then sometimes he slaps his ass at your face and wastes his turn on doing that. He does have a pretty high evasion stat, which means that you miss occasionally, but that's about it. You pretty much just hit him until he dies. It's not a lot to it. And that limit break should take care of him.
Yahoo!
And he gets hit by a truck. And now he's an isekai protagonist. That was that. It's a joke battle. It's not really. And you get a pretty good item, the Achin Core, which is a defensive item that you can put on. It won't stop. Forget about it. Grab on. So I can actually climb around on the plane while this is happening. You can see it here that I'm moving Cloud around left and right, but there's no point. Like, you can't... There's nothing... It's just a cutscene that needs to play out. And here comes a little model glitch. The soldier standing a little bit weird. Shit, the tail's been hit. We're gonna crash land? This'll be a big splash. Hold on to your pants and don't piss them. She won't fly anymore. Can't we use it as a boat? Hell, do whatever you like. Sid, what will you do now? I don't know. A mystery with Shinra, and I've given up on the village. How about your wife, Shira? Will she be alright? Don't make me laugh. Just thinking about marrying her gives me the chills. Asshole. What are you guys up to? Well, we're going after a man named Sephiroth. We'll have to take care of Rufus someday as well. I don't know about any of that, but... Sounds interesting. Sign me up. Well, how about it, everyone?
Yeah, no problem.
Glad to be aboard, numbskulls. Numbskulls? Yeah, anyone stupid enough to go up against Shinra these days has gotta be a numbskull. I like it. So where are we headed? Rufus blurted out something about following this Sephiroth of yours to the Temple of Ancients. What? Where's that? Beats me. That jerk was saying he'd been heading in the wrong direction, so I figured it's gotta be someplace way off. Well, let's just head for land and get some information. The Temple of Ancients. That name bothers me. So, the China Bronco is the first boat you get in the game. No random encounters while you're aboard. It can only go in the shallow waters like these ones. And now that we have it, a whole bunch of stuff opens up. One thing I didn't mention because I didn't want to bother with it is that we just missed a battle at Fort Condor. We just missed one. And that battle is only accessible between when you talk to Shira the first time and she tells you to go find Sid in the rocket, and it becomes unavailable the moment you talk to Sid in the rocket. So what you're supposed to do if you want to complete this quest perfectly, which I don't really care that much about, is you're supposed to talk to Shira, then you're supposed to backtrack all the way over Mount Nebel, through Nibelheim, past Cosmo Canyon, past the Gold Saucer, all the way back to Costa del Sol, hop on a boat at Costa del Sol, go back, go to Fort Condor, fight the fight, then you're supposed to come back out here, complete enough of the game until you get the Tiny Bronco, and now then with the Tiny Bronco, you're supposed to go back to Fort Condor to fight another one of those fights. It's completely ridiculous, and it's also completely unnecessary. The rewards that you get for it aren't that good. I will visit Fort Condor at least one more time in this playthrough, just to make sure that they have have enough money that they don't lose any battles against Shinra, but that's about it. That's really all I'm going to do. So the first thing we're going to do with the Tiny Bronco is we're going to go here. Welcome to Bone Village. Welcome
to Bone Village, a place for nature lovers. What do you want?
Have you seen Sephiroth?
The man dressed in black, he was looking for the Temple of the Ancients.
The Temple of the Ancients?
It's way down south, on the opposite side of the inland sea from this village. A pyramid that rises out of the forest.
How do you get in?
Oh, you need the keystone.
The keystone?
Just like it sounds, a stone that's a key. I heard some rich guy has it.
Would you like to buy something?
I would indeed, because you have diamond bangles, which is what I came here for. They also have rune bangles, which, if I remember right, have double materia growth. I want these, and I'm going to do a bit of grinding, not too much, to get them.
The planet's memories are buried layer upon layer in these strata. Kind of romantic, don't you think?
Bone Village is also kind of an important place, and one we will be coming back to later.
Apparently, the sleeping forest can be awoken with a lunar harp. They say the forest makes a path once it's awake. We use the latest technology to discover what's buried underground.
Okay. So basically, this is a place where there's a mini-game where you can dig for stuff, and you can find some pretty impressive and useful and important items here. Oh, hang on. But we can't find them right now because we can't access the digging minigame just yet. Now, if I remember right, the enemies around here are a little bit powerful. Let's see. Anytime, thank you. Or maybe I'm wrong. Hey, stop. Yeah, no, they've got a ton of HP. But having inflicted stop on one of them does make it a lot easier. And if I remember correctly, there's also a summon materia that you can get if you go into the forest here. But we're probably not going to do that now. See, the thing is, so much of the game has opened up now that we have the Tiny Bronco. There's a whole bunch of different side quests and stuff that we can do. So... I'm just trying to think what order... Okay, no, actually, I know what I'm going to do first. Here's hoping I can get there from here. Should be able to. Nope. I have to go the other way around. Okay, detour. We're going to go pick up a special item. So, between a couple of the other episodes, I mentioned that I spent a little bit of time doing some battle grinding to get the number of battles that I had fought up to a special number. Specifically, I tried to get the number of battles I had fought into a number where the last two digits were the same, and also not an even number. So, like a number like 233 or 455 or something like that. And once I managed that, there's an NPC in a cave to the north of Costa del Sol. No, not Costa del Sol. No, the north of Fort Condor and Junon, who will give you an item called Mithril. And that Mithril can be exchanged with another NPC for either another gold armlet, which are pretty weak at this point, or it can be exchanged for a different thing, which is what we're going to be going to pick up right now. And that's going to take a while. And, like, yeah, right now, before I continue the story, I'm gonna want to do some side quest things, and I'm kind of debating with myself how many of them I want to record, because some of them are fucking tedious, but, nah, we'll just skip those then. Wait, do I need the river to go around here? Yeah, I think I do. Alright, fine. But yeah, the game opens up a lot with the tiny Bronco, but it's not really fast. See, there's the buggy and there's Nibelheim. So it takes a million years to get anywhere. Let's see, you can't go up waterfalls. You need a special chocobo for that, actually. There we go. Remember how we visited this house once before, and it was empty, and we just left again?
Oh, another customer. You sure came out of your way. But if it's the keystone you're after, you're too late. I don't have it anymore.
Keystone?
What, you didn't come here for that? The keystone unlocks the door to a very old temple somewhere. And get this, they say it's the Temple of the Ancients.
The Temple of the Ancients?
Don't take it so seriously, it's just a folk tale.
Oh? Where's the keystone?
I sold it already. Well, to tell the truth, I didn't really want to sell it, but I caved in. He didn't look like the sort of person who takes no for an answer, if you follow.
Who did you sell it to?
Oh, Dio, manager of the Gold Saucer, said he was going to put it in his showroom. Why not go take a look?
Where's the temple?
Oh, like I said, it's only a folktale, but if that were true, that sure would be something, huh? Come to think of it, it's also said that the ultimate destructive magic is hidden at the temple.
Ultimate destructive magic?
Oh, remember, don't take it too seriously.
Let's change the subject.
I made all of these weapons myself. Haven't been able to get the materials lately, mind you. Oh, hey, you wouldn't happen to have any mithril on you, would you? I'll trade a good item for some.
Why, yes, indeed, I do.
Oh, thanks, friend. All right, you can help yourself to either the small or the large container.
And this is where we're not going to take this large container. We're going to go up here. All right, we have to wait for him to... Yes, yes, do the thing. Go on. Thank you. Now come back down here so I can go up. He blocks the way if you try and go up when he's there. And he can't go past, but now, theoretically... Come on, why the hell can't I open it? That's very annoying. See, because that's the large container down there. But we don't want to open that. There we go. The Great Gospel. Now you might wonder, what kind of item is the Great Gospel? And why was it flashing rainbows on the screen when you were looking at it? Well, because it teaches the ultimate limit skill, Great Gospel. Of course, it can only teach that limit skill to one particular character. And we can't do it yet. Because before we can teach Aerith her ultimate level 4 limit break skill, we have to unlock all of the previous ones. But this is where you get Aerith's ultimate limit break. And it's just in time. Because as some of you may know, Aerith is not necessarily going to be a permanent character in the party. I've also got this one, the Cosmo Memory. I got that one from beating the missing numbers guy, the monster in Nibelheim, and that is the ultimate limit break for red. But again, he's not ready for it yet. Because again, he needs to learn all of his previous limit breaks first. But that is how you get a hold of the ultimate limit breaks in this game. You have to find special items that are hidden throughout the world, and the only way to get Aerith's limit break is this really obscure trading chain where you have to have your battle number at a certain level, and then you have to go into the cave and talk to the old man, and then he gives you the thing. And then way later in the game, you have to go to this house and talk to the guy and say, oh yes, why I do in fact have some mithril. And if you open the big chest down here, if you open that one, you get a golden armlet, which is like just a normal piece of equipment that I've already got access to right now. And you can't get the Great Gospel. You can literally lock yourself out of ever being able to obtain it. Which can be very frustrating. But yeah, and that's how you get Aerith's ultimate limit break. So, the thing I was thinking about doing was having Aerith actually learn, like, going through the tedious process of having Aerith learn all of her previous limit breaks. But that'll take 100 million billion years to do. Although, like, I really do want to show off her ultimate limit break because it's extremely powerful. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the grinding off screen at some point and then show it off to you one time. But right now, with that out of the way, we need to get the keystone, and we know who has the keystone. That's Dio of the Gold Saucer, which means we need to return to the Gold Saucer, technically. But I don't want to do that right now. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. So, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can see it from here, but I can't. Okay, we'll have to get off. Nope, not there either. Just wanted to point that out. That exists right there. And I don't think... I'm trying to remember if I can access that now, or if I have to wait until I have an actual airship. Because I think that may be the case. I can't actually remember. But yeah, there's another side quest now too, which I think we might be a little bit underleveled for. But which I kind of want to do nonetheless. Really? There's no C connection there? No. Oh well. Alright, time to make some decisions. First, we need to... get back into a river, I think. Not that way. It's so difficult to navigate on the tiny Bronco, it really is. Anyway, there's Fort Condor. How much money do I have right now? 10,000, okay. I'm just gonna go... give them some more money to work with. Alright, it's that guy up here you need to talk to for that. Let's hit them with another 3. And another 3. That should be enough, I think. I'll check back with them later. You guys handle that. Because we've already missed one, and we're gonna miss a few more. Because at this point, I feel like you've seen how ridiculous the criteria for the Fort Condor side quests can be. Okay. Let's try and get back. Because I actually kind of want to go west right now. Specifically because, well, there's some items I want to steal from some enemies that can only be encountered during one particular side quest. The thing I'm mostly trying to remember is, like, how underleveled am I for the side quest that I have in mind? Because if it's too much, then I won't bother with it. But I think I'm a little over-leveled for this point in the game, actually. Yeah, I'm level 36 on my main... Yeah, I should be able to handle it. Alright, let's go. Let's go. No more waffling around, let's go. That's the thing, like, once you get the tiny Bronco, so much of the world map opens up, and there's a million things you can do. I always get hit with choice paralysis. Let's see, I believe the beach I'm looking for is here. Yes, I do believe so. I'm going to want to see if Sid has the equipment he needs. He does, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, Yuffie and... I think I'm gonna want... Tifa. And let's get the gold bracelet on her. And the Agincore on Cloud. Yeah. Not that these materia slots will make that much of a difference, but, well, you'll see. So, do I have steel on... Yes, and on Cloud? Yes, good. We're gonna start by getting into some random battles. Specifically because there's three... At least a couple... Well, at least one of a particular item that I want. Preferably 3. And if I remember correctly, I need to get into that fight on a beach. If the random encounters would please oblige. Come on. Thank you. That should be correct. Yes. Nice. Just what I wanted. So these guys are troublesome, as you can see, because they cast a whole bunch of defensive spells that are really annoying. So let's try the Santetsuken and see if we can make it a little easier on ourselves. Because they also counter, as you can see, everything you do to them. With a little luck. The weird thing about Odin in the Final Fantasy games is that he doesn't use a sword ever in Norse mythology. He's entirely identified with his spear. There we go. And if I remember correctly, Adamant Bangle is... Yeah, it has terrible magic defense, but it has, like, as you can see, it has insanely high physical defense. Completely bonkers. And one of the other disadvantages of it is it only has 2 materia slots, but that's actually not that much of a problem. Oh, wait, hang on. No, wait. I shouldn't have Yuffie with me, actually. Come to think of it. I'm probably going to want Barrett, since I can keep him in the back line. That was actually dumb. I shouldn't put Yuffie in the party. It's just that causes a little trouble, actually. Okay, I'm going to need a couple more of those. And I think, yeah, this video's gone about an hour because we messed around on the world map for so long, doing absolutely nothing. So I think I'm going to save here. I'm going to steal the rest of the things that I need off screen so that you don't have to bother with it. And in the meantime, I'll tell you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed hanging out in Final Fantasy VII with me, and if you would like to see more Final Fantasy VII videos, for that matter. And also, if you want to support this channel directly, then I have Patreon for that, and I have a tip jar, in fact a couple, down in the description that you can go and use. And, yeah, merchandise store, also have that. You can check it out if you want to. But besides that, all that's really left to say is thank you very much for watching, and come back for more Final Fantasy VII in the next video.